I've gone totally hipster now, Stace. Anyway, Summer's in there looking for Remy's remote because it's lost. And I was looking for it all morning. I couldn't find it. That's the status quo around here, though. Things get lost. Summer will find it, though. If it did get chewed up, let's just say the story we're going with is Remy did it. Anyway, girl, I'm completely convinced the universe sent you to me. Anyway, listen, I didn't tell some of this, but we got this cyberbully, so I got to read. And it's from this Eileen, and I'm going to tell you what, I've just about, get that. I'll tell you who I've just about had it with, this Eileen, the wood grain one. Every other remote's there, but that one. So I get this one message this morning is from this guy that's got a deaf dog. So I'm kind of even, Steven. But this is what this guy puts. And I know it's coming from this Eileen because I have. And look, there's going to be a national dog show on Thanksgiving. What? On Christmas Day. Oh, June and Thanksgiving. We already missed it. Why are they still running this commercial? They usually have one on Christmas Day too, though. Or that's usually the Eukanuba. Yeah, see, that one's presented by Purina. It's computers, so.
Alright guys, we're back with
this is very annoying. This episode is from 2008. This is, you know who that dog Grits is. They still bring him here. Todd Andrew is the one that owns him. So my response to the cyberbully would be, the guy's name is Todd Andrew. He runs a large construction company in Orlando. Feel free to call it. So and we've seen him before because we put some comment on there. You're not a trainer. You're an abuser. Once e-collars become illegal in the U.S., good luck. If you don't learn how dogs properly learn, you will eventually be fined for animal abuse. I truly hope that day comes. So, in other words, very vicious. But keep in mind, now I've now discovered it's a little kid. This is my fault for answering these people because it's 2 in the morning. In the meantime, no, this is the good part. In the meantime, perhaps you should check out my series, Raising the Bone, where I expose incompetent trainers. Maybe if you're on YouTube, he who has the most, individuals of status are in some level ranked by how many subscribers you have. So, I mean, I don't go and attack. Well, I guess I have said a few things to Zach, George. Never mind. Don't get life advice from me, Gage. He looks like he's about 12, but again, this was my response. And then it's the pack leader. I have a feeling it's one of these Cesar Millan things, because what I'm starting is support this channel for owners and dogs in need.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, are you ready to learn how to be the best pack leader in the entire world? First off, take a look at how I am dressing. In order to be a pack leader, you have to feel like a pack leader. You have to believe that you are a pack leader. If you cannot achieve this, you will never be a pack leader. If I was not a pack leader, there is no way that my dogs would be able to leave the streets alone while I left
But that's
the
what I
world.
said. I mean, he's
There's no
kind
way.
of cute and
So,
funny.
take
He's kind of
notes.
cute and funny. He could do a YouTube show. But I mean, how old is this kid? 12? I mean, he lives with his parents.
I am their leader. And look at the results. Now I know what you guys
Well, no, we were on here before. That's what he doesn't realize. We were on here before because when I was going like 6 layers in deep. So he's, you know, now this big Chuck McBride. And I'm going to tell you what I've decided, because this Chuck McBride, I don't think that he really has that many subscribers or anything. And I mean, that was the one I said, I'm kind of afraid of him. You know, he's real big and aggressive. But I think the problem, the reason he gets attacked on here so much is these other guys. This guy's very alpha male. You know what I mean? I mean, this kid, you know, you're talking about a 110-pound kid. When they can find, you know, behind the safety of the internet would be the only way they would ever be able to attack this big Chuck McBride, because I'm telling you, this guy's scary. He's terrifying. He's real mean, and I don't, you know, it's, you know, I don't know if it's a genre of training. If it is, it's from the 70s. But yeah, what you'd have to understand is, you know, in order to threaten certainly isn't Greg. It's Pet Safe and Sport Dog. Sport Dog is a part, I'll tell you, that is the big gun. I am going to tell you who the big gun is. And the other big gun, of course, is Garmin. You know, when Garmin gobbled up Tritronics, if you do not believe, if you believe, you know, and again, that's the naivety of these people. And I said, you know, I left him some mentions. I'm not going to go back and find it and read it, but I said you should study every dog discipline. You know, Uncle Sam is paying K2 Solutions to train off-leash bomb dogs, the same as QAA field trial dogs, Professor Gage. I'm sure you know what that is. And so our government is paying millions of dollars to K2 Solutions in North Carolina to train and develop and innovate and train these off-leash bomb dogs. And I can tell you, at last I knew they were using Dogtra, and they probably still are. But I would say Garmin would, if given a chance, would lobby real hard to get their contract, and I'm sure they're probably submitting for contracts. Anyway, so that's why you're not going, you know, to sit there and say, you know, electronic collars. I would ask Kiko Puff the same thing, and I would ask your little friend Eileen, because I've just about had it with her, and I'm just about going to go let her know, you know, that the reason she doesn't get paid for training is because she's a terrible trainer. You know, but you're not going to, and I didn't know that either, that, you know, Sport Dog and Pet Safe were your big guns that go into any, you know, chain. And remember when we were at Home Depot and that guy was trying to sell us the batteries and he took us to that little section? That was Pet Safe. They're huge. They're huge. And if you do not believe that they're all lawyered up, I can tell you they're all lawyered up. And it's not even that. You'd have to go after AKC if you really wanted to ban electronic collars, Professor Gage. And I would ask you to show me what you personally have done to stop the abuse and ban the abuse. And I would ask you why you and your lawyers don't move on Garmin and Pet Safe and AKC, because if you don't believe AKC is a big backer of the electronic collar, you'd be wrong. Because I'm going to tell you what AKC's big sport is, field trials, and I can tell you who they all use electronic collars to. You know, but that's the problem. These people, they're not going to move. You know, if you think 10 years from now the electronic collar is going to be gone, I mean, they have them on Groupon now. You know, if any trainer, you know, I mean, this kid obviously still lives with his parents, but I mean, if you want to make a living, the people I know that make a living training dogs, you know how to use an electronic collar, and they know how to use it really, really well. You know, because it's just an amplifier. It's going to amplify your skill. I mean, if you don't have any skill, and I didn't see anything on your channel that I could say is nice work. I just got to get this fly out of here. She's not going to have a fly in here. Anyway, so that's what's going on. So I say another cyberbully, but it's just a little, you know. He's not a worthy adversary. He's not a worthy adversary, but you know that was just a good point to bring up. You know, these people that say when electronic collars are outlawed. My question is, what are you doing personally to outlaw it? And why are you and your lawyers? Because you might want to go on my Facebook and Google some of the names on there, because a lot of them are lawyers. And if you think that you're going to go with these people and say you're paying to have your dog abused, that's not going to work. Yeah, that's probably not going to work, you know. So if you think, you know, a threat, you know, I don't know, maybe that's scary. I don't, you know, and I don't, you know, honestly, all these people do attack that big Chuck McBride, and I think what it is it's the opposite of the Dave and Brian Fallon thing. This guy's very big, he's very alpha, he's very threatening, you know, to these other males, so they're kind of, you know, I'll be the first one to admit, you know, that I'm afraid of him. I'm just gonna blocking Professor Gage. You know, he's got, you know, you can only be a poser for so long. I've got 14,000 videos and 9 million views. You're not going to expose me. You know, now if Pico Pup said she was going to, but you know, they're not going to. You know, serious trainers can go on my channel and see it's nice work. I mean, you know, that's what you. That's the problem. That's why this kid's never going to, you know. I think you could probably do like a prank show or something, but if you want a life with dogs, not going to happen.